Thank you for staying with us, and we're still holding our conversations here with officials of FCB Scholar. I'm trying to get used to it. And I have Bernard Villa and, of course, Leslie Gomieno. They're still with us on Sports Tonight. Bernard, let me talk about the technical part of this program. You talked about it earlier on, the methodology that has seen the likes of Neymar. Okay, let me not even say Neymar because he came from Santos. Let me talk about Messi. That is a product of this training. Is the same that are going to be seen here. Can you give us an idea? Because in Nigeria, when we hear Barcelona, everybody is expecting that at some point, some of these young kids will be able to go to La Masia and see Messi train and see those guys train. I'm sure that can work out, but I'm more interested in what you are also going to be bringing here for us to be able to produce our own Messis, our own superstars for the future.
Well, we will have different programs. How Leslie said, we are going to start from 6 to 18 years old, and we are going to divide into different programs. Competitive program, that is from Monday to Thursday, and then Friday, that will be more like technification program to improve in individual skills, in technical skills. But both programs are going to work with the methodology that we use in Barcelona. And also, we are going to be in contact all the time with Barcelona, because in the field we will have different webcams that from Barcelona they can
You can monitor all the boys on the pitch?
Exactly. They can watch the trainings, they can watch the matches, and then when we finish everything, we are going to be in contact with Barcelona and send the feedback of everything. But about how can we find the new Messi in this case? Well, from the kids from 6 to 18 years old, we are going to keep working with the same methodology that every people knows about tiki-taka, every people knows how Barca play, and that's all. We love football, we love the ball, so we are going to work all day with ball, always trying to have the ball. When you go to the park, for example, you go always with a ball. So we want the ball. We are going to work with that. And that's all. I hope that maybe we can find a new Messi, and if it's a really good player, we can sign for Barca, of course.
I know there will be some arrangements to pick out some of the outstanding players, right of first refusal for talents. I'm sure all of those things are in the works,
yes,
Leslie. But also, tell us about this. I have a kid, for example. My boy is about 4. His energy level is so high. I'm beginning to think of getting him to be part of this program. Am I going to pay? What does it take to get my kid involved in this project?
Well, first of all, your son will have to wait for 1 more year.
Okay, from 6.
Yes, he has to wait for 1 more year. But the thing, what we do is the tryouts, which is going to start now. The process is to do a tryout first. After the tryouts, then we'll do a selection and give provisional admission to the students that are going to be in the school. Now, it's a normal school for 10 months. 10 months is a season for the school. And this is going to happen for the rest of God knows when, maybe next 30, 40, 50 years. So a lot of kids, we're going to have like kind of a conveyor belt of talents coming out of that school. And they're going to be going to the world. Prior to now, if a young talent is interested in going to play in Europe, you have to go through the under-17 team of 23 players. Now we have opened the door wide open. You can go 200 players out every year, from 18-year-olds upwards, some of them from 15. And the good thing is that it's going to also bring in some forex into the country, in the sense that some clubs might come to Nigeria, like Arsenal and Man U, and keep the players here and sponsor those players in the school without taking them out of Nigeria. And it means that there's going to be some kind of financial ripple effect for the family. So they're going to keep him there until it's ready, then they'll move into their own school, or they move into their own club. But Barcelona, like I said, has the right of first refusal. But the main thing is that everybody's going to benefit from this in Black Africa. And we'll see people coming from different parts of Nigeria. We got calls, people coming from Warri, people come from Abuja, Port Harcourt, just to be part of this. So we intend to make this like, the hub of soccer development, and that's why Lagos State is so interested in making sure that this remains here in Lagos.
Before I allow you to go, are there fees involved? Am I paying school fees?
Oh yes, it's a school, sir.
So you have to pay.
You have to
get ready to pay something.
Yes, because I mean, like we have coaches are the teachers. We have administration. We have physios. We have HR. We have everything you find in a school. It's not just only the round leather that they'll play, but you have a normal school with guidance, counseling, career management, and things like that to make sure that these children, and then when we start having the academics, we're going to teach some foreign languages so that immediately land in a foreign country, they know how to speak the language already. They speak Spanish, they learn some French, learn some German. So it's easier. Now, the discomfort we used to have with young players going abroad was that they had to learn the language and learn the football, and that was a little bit of a problem for them. So, you know.
So we're really preparing them for a life of a professional.
Yes, that's right. And like we say in FC Barcelona, we make excellent players and good people. After your football life is over, you still have to be a person.
All right. I'm also impressed with the fact that I see a lot of celebrities sponsor some of these kids. I see pictures.
Oh, okay.
Celebrities sponsoring some kids to be a part of the school, which is really, really encouraging. I must thank you so much for coming on the show. I'll get my kid ready in a year's time. So that
but in the meantime, you can sponsor some kids.
Okay. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. But thank you so much, Bernard. I wish you a very enjoyable stay in Nigeria. And Leslie, I wish you the best of luck with this project.
Thank you very much.
And hope that it goes a long way in impacting football, not just in Nigeria, in Africa as a whole. All right. So that's my guest from FC Barcelona, FCB Scholar. We'll keep talking about this project going forward, and of course the involvement of the Lagos State Sports Commission in all of these things. We will need to go on a quick break. But before we go on a quick break, I'm told that my friend from Washington has been holding on for a long time. Sonny Young is joining us via Skype on Sports Tonight. Sonny, I'm sorry I've kept you waiting. It's FC Barcelona that has kept you waiting. It's worth the wait, Sonny. Good to have you back with us after a few weeks of break. But what can you tell us, Sonny?
Well, it's great to be back on Sports Tonight, Toyin, and I want to see your son become the next Messi. I know he can do it.
Sonny.
To seeing him dribble that ball, Toyin. But today here at our Voice of America headquarters in Washington, we had a special guest, Toyin. Fiyesa Lilesa from Ethiopia. He made international headlines last month in Rio de Janeiro when he crossed the finish line during the men's marathon. He made a protest sign. I hope I'm doing this right, but he crossed his arms, and it's a protest symbol made by the Oromo people in Ethiopia to protest their treatment by the Ethiopian government. And he's been in Washington this week, Toyin. He's held a few news conferences. I did have a chance to talk with him briefly earlier today. He said he is not planning to stay in Washington. He said he thinks he'll be heading to the southwestern United States, which is more mountainous than the Washington area, to do some high altitude training. But it looks like he will be in the United States for the time being. He's on a special visa. So that's one of the big stories here in Washington. And looking ahead to the weekend, I mentioned the southwestern United States, Toyin. A big fight in near Dallas, Texas. The Dallas Cowboys play at their stadium, AT&T National Stadium, is where Canelo, the Mexican boxing star Canelo, is going to fight this British opponent by the name of Liam Smith. And Canelo, I think, is a heavy favorite to win that fight. Myself and a lot of boxing fans are hoping, down the road, Canelo will fight Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, who won last weekend in London. I watched that fight, very entertaining. Kell Brook's team decided to throw the towel in against Gennady Golovkin. But so those are a couple of the stories here in the States, Toyin.
Let's talk a little bit of basketball as well. What was the story with Chris Bosh, who's been slowed down by injuries and he wants to come back? What can you tell us, Sonny?
Yeah, Chris Bosh, one of the talented players in the NBA, Toyin, one of the stars for the Miami Heat. Past 2 seasons have been cut short because of blood clots, and a lot of people thought he would never play again. He says he wants to play again for the Miami Heat. He's been making the rounds on social media. He put a video out and to show his fitness. But that said, he has still not been formally cleared to play for Miami this upcoming NBA season. And for NBA fans, I know Femi follows basketball. The training camps start at the end of September. A couple more weeks is when the NBA teams will be gathering again. So he'll be a player. I hope he comes back, Toyin. I think he's he's fun to watch and he's very skilled.
Well, Sonny, thank you so much for speaking to us. I'm sure we'll be able to get you again next week, and then we'll get more updates from all that's happening around you and, of course, in the States. Thank you, Sonny, for speaking to us on Sports Tonight.
Have a good evening.
Yeah, thank you, Sonny. Thank you. All right, so that's our good friend, Sonny Young, has given us a good slice of stories around the Olympics, of course, boxing and basketball. We'll go on a quick break now. When we return from the break, Femi Adefeso will be joining me for the rest of Sports Tonight. Stay with us. We'll be right back.